Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Today's adventure brings us to Orange County, California. In fact, this fountain, the original from the Circle, which just so happens to be about a block or two that way, which I will head over there momentarily. American Horror Story is filmed all over the country, mostly in LA. In fact, there are some Los Angeles spots which I will not be trekking up to. This is a bicycle cruising type of video, just the OC locations, and there are a few that maybe you know about, maybe you do not know about from the series. And I'm just gonna hop on board, pedal away, and if you want to see them, feel free to join me. Shall you? Now this area is full of a lot of other places that television and feature films and commercials have been recorded at. But the first from AHS is right here. What is now a Chase Bank. From season 7, it was the butchery on Main, seen very prominently in nearly every episode from that season. In fact, that neon sign there on the left was just overlaid with the words. Same sign, just relettered. Now they did not go too intense with the overlay on the exterior. They did put this wooden signage here covering the far window and a couple other pieces to let you know of its fictional name. So that wooden sign was right here. Other than that, not much difference. Obviously it was not a bank at the time. I believe at the time there was nothing in this spot. That could have been why they used it. In real life, it's been a number of things over the years. A hair salon, a hair studio, a school, I should say, for hairdressing. And I'm pointing the camera here at the base of these bricks because they either painted a little trim around the bottom, similar to that coloration, or they put something down there just to give it a little different feel. Just a few feet from the concrete up. There's an example of what I'm referring. Ooh, classic truck. Classic truck alert. But this is an example of what I'm referring to. You see how they painted the base there towards the ground. There was one scene where there was a group of folks here doing a little picketing, and across the way, standing right over there, was the newscaster pointing the camera over towards where I'm currently standing. Hallie and Ivy end up parking underneath this Citizens Bank signage right across the way there. After witnessing the commotion just on the other side of the road, the crowd was congregated right there on that corner. They did a U-turn. Well, not a U-turn, but they just turned around right there. And then parked their car in that section. Not a huge group of people, but just enough to create quite a commotion. That's the spot. Well, pretty much that's the spot from the screen grab I just showed you. At a totally different time frame, what I refer to, well, others as well, as the latte scene. This is where Kai, standing next to that pole after he dumped his caffeinated beverage on the two young ladies here after they had walked out of the butchery on Main over there. On purpose, just spilled it right on them. Enjoy your latte. right, off to Santa Ana. It's not too far, maybe 3 or 4 miles. In episode 6, I believe, season 7, there was a rally that took place, a stage, basically right where my bicycle is sitting. The stage would have been here, and the front, basically right where that circle, the middle of that circle was, is where the stage, and all of this was used. Quite a few people were all in here watching the rally that was taking place. And you know, this door, obviously it was only a few years ago when the filming took place, so not a lot has changed. In fact, it looks eerily similar to how it did in that same complete pandemonium was happening. This fountain, a major focal point. In fact, there's like a little plaque down here on the ground. Where she was sitting, just off here to the left of it, is where she was hiding. And someone fell right there as they were running from the scene. Fell in the fountain in that spot. He tries to save her, tells her to come along with him, but he fell to his demise. Right about here. From what was happening down there. That's kind of the angle as she was using this as protection. Right about there. Was completely in shock. And who wouldn't be when the situation like that presents itself? Notice those gates and the angle of those windows. All right, moving on. Not too far up, maybe a quarter of a mile, is the old Orange County Courthouse. Maybe be less than half a mile. Let's just say half a mile. There will be a time capsule being opened in 2089, August 1st to be exact. There it is. Look familiar? In season 2, this was the exteriors for Briarcliff Manor, and it is an impressive structure, to say the least. Is it not? Notice the sides, there are other buildings that were computer generated, as well as the extreme front of the building. They almost, well, they did give it a completely other layer. And they put a bush around the Those two items in the cannons in front there. They put a bush around those so they're not noticeable. And then they added, through computer, movie, television magic, buildings on either side and extended the roof line just a bit. That's interesting. And I'm getting this angle because the road is blocked off. So I'm able to stand basically in the middle of the street and get this far back perspective with my bike there. Did you hear that? Might be tough to hear them, but there are parrots that fly all around this vicinity, around this county. They usually, migrate in groups of 10 to 15, and they make a unique noise. They're getting camera shy because I don't hear them. They may have flown off. Only certain, don't really see them too much in some places. There they are. I heard them. Orange circle, you see them and hear them prominently. Obviously Santa Ana, which isn't too far. You hear them. Anaheim, around the Disney park, you don't really see the parrots. They stay away from there. It's just one of those things you have to experience. My hair is very disheveled. It says here, the native daughters of the Golden West reserved this spot for the courthouse in the year 1869. Wow. That is awesome. It's no longer currently used for those facilities, but I believe there's a museum inside, which at the moment is not open. One day I'll have to return and check out the museum when times are a little different. Now this was not, but I feel like it definitely could have been used in one of the episodes. Look at this. That's awesome, right? It's all fenced off and abandoned, but pretty cool. And it's located just catty corner to this. You can see why they chose this. It is spectacular. Built out of Arizona red sandstone, it's the oldest existing county courthouse in Southern California. That's another fun fact. And even though these stairs were used, you see walking up them, the interiors were on a sound stage, as well as the butchery on Main. But this is the exterior. Seen many, many times in all its glory. This is where I attempt to walk down stairs, focusing. I'm gonna walk very slowly. Yes, I gotta, basically the way you do is you take your step down and then you take your heel and you slide it onto the bottom base. Because, I could look down. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. This is much easier. Just trying to keep eye contact, but it's better than me taking a tumble. This is not a place you want to take a tumble. Tumble-free zone. Let's keep it a tumble-free. Ooh. Hear the parrots? Very noisy over there, so the parrots are being disguised. Actually, there might be a crow over there. Parrots up there, crows back there. There's lots of fowl frolicking around in these trees. Okay. Could hear them a little more distinct there. And those palms. All right, moving on. Wow, look at that over there. Another incredible piece of architecture just kind of sitting there, rotting away. parrot's just perched up there, top of those trees. That's gonna do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe by doing so. Helps keep you in the loop and up to date on future uploads here on this channel. You can take it a step further and ring that notification bell. And if you enjoyed this particular episode, these little bike rides, you know, around the general vicinity, it doesn't take too much, especially if you leave early enough before the sun of the midday starts to permeate. It's kind of enjoyable just going around, seeing some sights. Give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.